Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. COWHERD has once again stirred the pot, and this time, his target is the Chicago Bears. In what seems like a relentless critique, COWHERD didn't hold back on dissecting not only the team's on-field performance, but also the strategic decisions made by the front office. According to him, the Bears' recent struggles are far from coincidental, pointing to a pattern of mismanagement and questionable choices that have left fans frustrated and players in a constant state of uncertainty. COWHERD's remarks are layered with skepticism, suggesting that the Bears' leadership has lost sight of what it takes to build a winning culture in the NFL. He argues that drafting decisions, free agency moves, and coaching hires reflect a lack of coherent vision, creating a cycle of mediocrity that is difficult to escape. The narrative COWHERD paints is not just about losses on the scoreboard. It's about a deeper organizational failure that could have long-term consequences for the franchise's reputation and competitive prospects. Fans have been waiting for a turnaround, but according to COWHERD, that turnaround is nowhere in sight. In his usual unfiltered style, COWHERD highlighted specific examples, criticizing the Bears for failing to capitalize on opportunities that other franchises routinely exploit. He suggested that the team's approach to player development is inconsistent and sometimes counterproductive, leaving talented athletes underutilized or mismanaged. His analysis extended beyond the field, touching on the decision-making culture within the Bears' hierarchy, which he claims is reactive rather than proactive. According to COWHERD, this lack of foresight manifests in a roster that appears disjointed, with gaps in key positions and an overall lack of synergy. The Bears, he claims, have become a cautionary tale of what happens when ambition is not matched with strategic competence. COWHERD's words are provocative, but they resonate with a fan base that has experienced repeated disappointment over the years. There's a sense of urgency in his commentary, implying that without immediate structural changes, the Bears risk further stagnation. This is more than critique, it's a warning. COWHERD didn't shy away from assigning responsibility either, openly questioning the decisions of the team's general manager and ownership. He insinuated that short-term thinking often trumps long-term planning, leaving the franchise trapped in a cycle of underachievement. His tone suggested frustration with what he sees as missed opportunities in the draft and in free agency, implying that the Bears' front office has not only failed to build a championship-caliber team, but also lacks the vision to do so. Fans who have followed COWHERD's commentary know he's not one to mince words, and his observations on Chicago seem particularly sharp this time. His critique goes beyond simple analysis. It's almost an indictment of a franchise that has struggled to find consistency both on and off the field. The conversation he's trying to start is uncomfortable but necessary, forcing the Bears to confront uncomfortable truths about their management. This isn't just a hot take. It's a narrative that challenges the organization's self-perception. Rumors began to swirl almost immediately after COWHERD's remarks, with speculation about internal tensions and possible shifts within the Bears' leadership. Some analysts suggested that COWHERD's comments might reflect broader dissatisfaction within the organization, hinting at an undercurrent of unrest that fans rarely see. His remarks also sparked debates about the team's coaching strategy, roster construction, and even potential trades or draft priorities. While some defended the Bears, insisting that criticism is part of the sport, others saw COWHERD's commentary as a wake-up call, a signal that complacency cannot continue if the franchise hopes to return to prominence. The timing of his statements coincides with a period of reflection for many teams, but for the Bears, it has struck a nerve, amplifying scrutiny on every decision from the front office to the locker room. COWHERD thrives on this kind of tension, and his narrative seems designed to ignite both discussion and controversy simultaneously. The ripple effect is already evident across social media and sports forums. Adding fuel to the fire, COWHERD speculated on the morale within the team, suggesting that players are likely aware of the organizational instability and uncertainty surrounding their roles. He implied that such an environment could undermine performance, making it difficult for even the most talented individuals to succeed. According to his analysis, the Bears' struggles are symptomatic of a deeper cultural problem, where leadership inconsistencies trickle down and affect every aspect of team dynamics. He painted a vivid picture of a franchise caught in a cycle of self-doubt and missed opportunities, and his words resonated strongly with fans who have long questioned the Bears' direction. COWHERD's critique also touched on the emotional side of sports, emphasizing how frustration and skepticism among supporters can grow when promises remain unfulfilled. His narrative is compelling because it combines strategic critique with a sense of drama, making the Bears' story feel like more than just wins and losses. It's a saga of organizational identity. Finally, COWHERD teased that the Bears' situation could be a turning point, albeit not necessarily in a positive sense. He hinted at the possibility of high-profile departures, strategic overhauls, or even a shake-up at the executive level if the team fails to course-correct. His commentary suggests that while the current trajectory is concerning, it's not necessarily irreversible. If, and only if, the franchise is willing to acknowledge its shortcomings and make bold moves. This kind of speculation fuels ongoing discussion among fans, media, and even rival teams who watch Chicago's situation with a mixture of curiosity and caution. COWHERD's remarks, therefore, function not only as criticism, but as a catalyst, sparking debate about what the Bears need to do to avoid another disappointing season. The rumor mill is already active, and every statement he makes seems to amplify the conversation. Chicago fans, brace yourselves. According to COWHERD, there's more drama ahead, and the Bears may be on the verge of a reckoning that could redefine their identity in the league. As the conversation around the Bears heats up, COWHERD's words have added momentum to speculation about potential changes in leadership, coaching, and roster priorities. Analysts are weighing in, and fans are dissecting every possible implication of his critique. There's a sense of anticipation, almost as if everyone is waiting for the other shoe to drop. According to COWHERD, the Bears management may be underestimating the depth of scrutiny from both media and supporters, and this could force difficult decisions sooner rather than later. He suggested that internal disagreements could be simmering behind closed doors, potentially influencing decisions that haven't yet reached the public. His perspective paints the Bears not just as a struggling team, but as an organization at a crossroads, with high stakes for every choice they make. The tension is palpable, and the narrative he's constructing portrays the franchise as a microcosm of the challenges that plague long-suffering NFL teams, where history, expectation, and management decisions collide in dramatic ways. Fans are left wondering if the Bears can reclaim their former glory, or if they're destined to repeat the cycle of frustration that COWHERD has so pointedly criticized. COWHERD also addressed the coaching staff, questioning whether their approach is adequate given the current roster and challenges faced on the field. He implied that leadership at multiple levels may be contributing to the Bears' inconsistency, suggesting that strategic clarity is lacking. His argument hinges on the idea that even talented athletes cannot thrive without structure, vision, and accountability, which, according to him, the Bears are missing in critical areas. This narrative resonates because it ties together on-field results with organizational culture, giving fans a lens to interpret disappointing performances beyond the scoreboard. COWHERD's commentary implies that without a shift in mindset and strategy, Chicago could remain mired in mediocrity. He's effectively blending rumor, opinion, and analysis, leaving the audience to speculate on the potential consequences. As discussions continue, his critique may influence how fans perceive upcoming games, off-season decisions, and even the longevity of certain personnel within the organization. The ripple effect of such commentary is extensive, touching not just the Bears, but the broader NFL narrative as well. Speculation about player morale has become a central theme in the fallout from COWHERD's remarks. He suggested that uncertainty in leadership can create a ripple effect that undermines player confidence, motivation, and performance. Fans are increasingly discussing which players may be most affected by this environment, with some rumored to be considering their future with the franchise. COWHERD hinted that without decisive action from management, dissatisfaction could grow, potentially leading to roster shifts or trade rumors. His narrative implies that organizational issues extend beyond coaching and strategy, directly affecting the human element of the team. This perspective creates a richer, more dramatic story for audiences, blending sports analysis with elements of tension and intrigue. The Bears' situation, under COWHERD scrutiny, transforms from a series of disappointing games into a larger saga about leadership, accountability, and the pressures that come with professional sports. Fans are glued to every development, trying to anticipate what moves the franchise might make in response. The media has jumped on COWHERD's commentary, amplifying every angle and fueling speculation about behind-the-scenes conflicts. Reports of potential executive disagreements, coaching friction, and roster uncertainties have been swirling, and the Bears find themselves at the center of intense scrutiny. COWHERD's critique, while provocative, has tapped into broader questions about the team's trajectory and long-term vision. Sports talk shows, social media threads, and fan forums are buzzing with debate, and each new rumor seems to reinforce the idea that Chicago is on the brink of important decisions. His analysis has become a talking point that transcends mere opinion, influencing narratives across the NFL ecosystem. Whether or not the Bears respond publicly, the impact of COWHERD's words is undeniable. He has put the franchise under a microscope, forcing scrutiny that may have been simmering quietly until now. The situation feels volatile, and speculation is only likely to intensify in the coming weeks. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. COWHERD also suggested that the Bears fan base might play a crucial role in shaping the organization's next moves. He highlighted how vocal supporters can exert pressure, both through social media campaigns and broader public sentiment, which could influence decisions at the executive level. His commentary implies that the team cannot ignore the mounting frustration among fans, as it is both a reflection of past failures and a potential catalyst for change. The narrative he builds taps into the emotional connection between supporters and the franchise, suggesting that widespread dissatisfaction could force meaningful action. In this sense, COWHERD's critique isn't just about analyzing the team. It's about understanding how perception, expectation, and accountability intersect in professional sports. For fans, it reinforces the idea that their voices and reactions carry weight, particularly when organizational stability and strategic clarity are in question. The story of the Bears, under COWHERD's lens, becomes as much about cultural dynamics as it is about wins and losses. Rumors of potential shakeups have now taken on a life of their own, with speculation about trades, draft strategies, and executive changes dominating sports discourse. COWHERD's influence has effectively turned the Bears into a focal point for broader debates about NFL management and strategy. Analysts are weighing in with predictions, insiders are offering hints of internal deliberations, and fans are creating endless scenarios about what might happen next. COWHERD's framing suggests that Chicago's current trajectory is unsustainable unless bold moves are made, which only intensifies the sense of urgency surrounding the franchise. The storyline now combines sports performance with intrigue, uncertainty, and the potential for dramatic change, keeping audiences engaged and invested in every development. The ripple effect of this commentary highlights how influential a single voice can be in shaping the narrative around a team, and how quickly rumor can evolve into widespread speculation. Finally, COWHERD hinted that the Bears' offseason could be pivotal, with decisions made over the next months potentially defining the next era of the franchise. He suggested that without decisive action in leadership, coaching, and player acquisitions, the team could find itself trapped in the same cycle of underachievement that has frustrated fans for years. His remarks have set the stage for intense speculation, creating a sense of suspense that will follow the team through the draft, free agency, and beyond. COWHERD's narrative frames the Bears not just as a team struggling on the field, but as a story of organizational identity, decision-making, and the pressures of expectation. Fans, media, and analysts are now watching closely, knowing that the next moves could either redeem or further destabilize the franchise. According to COWHERD, the Bears stand at a crossroads, and every decision will be scrutinized, questioned, and debated, making this offseason one of the most consequential in recent memory. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.